Hello everybody, my name is Catalin and I'm very excited and happy to be here together with Mondans, taking you in a very nice journey in a new, super cool course, Samba Basic. I'm going to teach you the basic principles of Samba along with some very easy basic steps, and at the end, to wrap it all up, I'm going to take you all through a very small but super nice and enjoyable Samba choreo. As you may know already, Samba is a very rhythmical and very colorful dance, but obviously before we achieve that level of our dancing, I'm going to take you from very scratch. So stay tuned. We're going to work on the basic principles of Samba. We're going to work on the Samba action, timing, and few basic figures. I really love the dance Samba. I think it's the most interesting dance, in my opinion. There's a lot of rhythm in it, there's a lot of musicality in it, and I love it. But obviously, in order to be able to show the musicality and rhythmicality in your body, together with the music or with the partner, it's very important to have a very good foundation, and that's exactly what we're going to go through right now. Some basic movements that will initiate you into your first basic figure in Samba. A very important, very important action in Samba, it's the bounce action. The bounce action, it's made by bending and straightening the knee. So we are going to go through together now. Just flex and straighten your knee. Bending, straightening the knee. Bending and straightening the knee. Bend, straight, bend, straight. It's almost like a hip-hop movement. Bend, straight, bend, straight, bend, straight. Yeah, try not to get your upper part involved at this point. Yeah, just knee, flex and straight the knee. Flex, straight, flex, straight, flex, straight, flex, straight. So we have a groove in the Samba. We have to achieve this kind of groove. Nice. Now, we are going to just do a very simple exercise. We keep the basic bending and straightening of the knee, the basic bounce action. But we are going to change the body weight from the left to the right. Yes, we're going to have 8 counts on the left leg and 8 counts on the right leg. Let's try it together. So we have on the left leg, all body weight on the left leg. Bend, straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we are going to use the standing leg. We're going to push from it till we arrive on the right leg. And we're going to do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing. Push, get to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, this is what we are going to experience when we are dancing Samba. We always, or almost all the time, we are going to have this bending and straightening of the knee. Now, it's very important, in order to be on the music, to respect the timing of this basic action. The timing of it is on half. Yeah? So we're not going to have one beat to go down and one beat to straight the knee. We're going to use just half of the beat to bend, half of the beat to straight the knee. Yeah? And the timing for it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Very important to know that there are 8 counts. Yes, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are going to bend and straight the knee on each half of the beat. Yes, so we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And we're going to change the body weight to the next leg. 1, 2 and so on. Yeah? Okay, let's try with the music. 1, 2. We're going to start with the right leg. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7. Change the body weight. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and change. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and great. So we were just talking about the knee action, which is a part of the bounce action. Now the second important thing is this area. So we're going from down towards up, and we're going to talk about the pelvic, our pelvic area. Actually, the bounce action is not so much about the knee. The knee are just helping us in order to achieve a pelvic tilt. So basically what a pelvic tilt means is that you are going to compress this part into your tummy. So in the same time as you achieve the bending of the knee, you're going to compress the pelvis. So in the same time as you're bending, actually what you're doing, you're sucking in your tummy, you're compressing the center, the pelvis. Neutral position. Compress, neutral position. So we're not going to stand there, meanwhile we are straightening the knee. So you release it. You go in, normal. In, neutral. In, neutral. In, neutral. Bending of the knee, compressing your pelvis. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and inside. 6, and 7, and 8, and very good. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 7, and 8, and good. Now, in the same time as you're doing these two actions, the knee and the pelvic, we are going to really focus on not disturbing the upper part. We always have to maintain a very elegant and clean upper part. No matter if you're a beginner or an advanced dancer, it's very important to always look good when you're dancing. So we are trying to keep our shoulders parallel to the floor. We are not going to tilt our torso forward or backward. We're just going to isolate basically our upper part from our middle part. So in the same time as we're going to do now the bounce action with the pelvis, pelvic tilt, and the knee, we're going to keep our upper part isolated and still. Let's try one more time. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Change. 1, and 2, and 3, and forward, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Keep the upper part. 1, and don't lean back and forth. 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and one last time. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and great. So let's try it together with the music. Okay, so we keep the same basic principle of the knee action, and we are trying to add on top our pelvic tilt, meanwhile keeping the upper part as steady and clean as possible. On the music. 3, 4, 5, 6 on the right leg. Go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Change. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and change the body weight. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and great. So we were just talking about the knee action. We added the pelvic tilt. We already have a combo which hopefully already looks good on you. Now, the second part, what I want to touch is the continuation of our movements. We shouldn't look gappy when we are dancing samba. It's a very flowy, very juicy, very grounded, heavy dance. So our movement has to match this characterization of the dance. So in order to achieve that, we have to focus on not bending and straightening the knee, very direct and gappy. So what we want to do is to achieve a continuation in our knee. So in the same time as you bend, you have to feel the moment when you're straightening and you have to connect it. Yes, so basically we have left and right, we just need to connect it together. Yes, so we bend, we have the pelvic tilt, and we straight. So we have a continuation. It's like a kind of like a circular movement in our knee. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. So I really want to achieve this smooth bending and straightening of the knee. And I change the body weight. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So look at the difference. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5. Or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So basically what I'm focusing on is to time the knee action going down and straightening. Down, straightening. Down, straightening. So I time it, yeah? I'm not going from 1 to 10 immediately. 1, 10. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, just to have an idea. Yeah, I just made an analogy. Maybe it's easier for you to understand. Okay, so the next topic of our basic movement, bounce. We were talking about the knee action, we were talking about the pelvic tilt, and at the end, we were trying to get a continuous movement of our knee. Now, the next movement is the footwork and the rolling of the foot, which is very, very important in Samba. So every time I'm going to straighten the knee, I'm going to release the heel from the floor. So I'm going to get on the ball of the foot. And as I'm going down on the knee, I'm going to place slowly the heel on the floor. Yeah? So we are going to have this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So the same thing as the knee, we are not going to just drop our heel out of a sudden on the floor. Yeah? So we are trying really much to get this continuation and flow in our ankle, foot, ankle, knee, and pelvis. So when we are doing the action, we're not going to just release the heel. We are placing it slowly on the floor. Lift it. 1 and 2 and. So it's very soft. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Why I wanted to talk about the foot is because on the figures that we're going to talk a bit later, it's really, really important, the usage of the foot. And generally in Samba, in order to achieve a continuous movement, you need to have the control of your feet. So we're going to try with the music all 3 elements that we were just talking about. The footwork, the rolling of the foot, then we have the knee action, and we have the pelvic action. But one more thing, we can choose however we want to use the timing. Yeah? So we don't need to go 8 beats on the right leg and 8 beats on the left leg. We can choose. So right now we're going to try a little bit faster to change the body weight on every 2 beats. Yeah? So we'll have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and so on, right? Now, on the first 2 beats, we're going to have a flat foot. So we're going to use just the knee action and the pelvic tilt. 1 and 2. Now we're going to add the exercise of rolling of the foot, because we need to straight the knee, and now in order to change the body weight, I need to use the standing leg. Yeah? So the foot I'm standing on, I need to change it through the rolling of the foot. So I roll the foot, I catch the body weight to the next leg, which is going to become the new standing leg, and I release the body weight slowly, softly on the heel. Yeah? From here, I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and push from the standing leg, use the foot, yeah? Heel off the floor, you get through the middle, and now slowly you release the body weight on the next standing leg. Let's try with the music. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to start on the right leg. 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Push from the standing leg. And 1 and 2 and softly. 5 and 6 and arrive soft. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Don't drop your body weight. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, control from the foot and from the ankle. 1 and 2 and don't forget about the knee action and pelvic tilt. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2 and change. And change. First step, we're going to take it with the right leg forward. 1 and 2. Don't forget about the softening of the foot. Knees are soft.